What's up, Boz? So today I'm going to be showing you two really good techniques that I use in almost every single one of my tracks that helps with sound design. And using those two techniques, you'll be learning how to make these sounds using Native Instruments FM8. And this is what it'll sound like in a track.
Never there, you're never there.
Alright, and let's get into it. So for this track, it was set at 160. We'll go ahead and load an FM8. And the note we'll be using is F#2. So the first thing we're going to do is go to the Expert tab, and we're going to turn on key sync for F, E, and D. For operator F, we're going to switch the waveform to a square. Turn on operator E, switch the waveform of E to a sawtooth, and increase the ratio to 8. Then feed E into F at level 60. We turn on D, switch the waveform to a sawtooth, and bring the ratio down to 0.5000. Then we send it out. We'll go to the effects, turn on the shelving EQ, bring down the high end, turn on the peak EQ, bring down the high notch, and turn on the flanger, turn on sync and static, increase the depth to 88, bring the color down to 18, increase the rotate to 27, and increase the rotate to 27. We're then going to add it to a mixer track. Now for this technique that I am always using, for slot 1, we will add a control surface and add a knob. And what we are going to do is link the level of D to the knob and also link the level of F to the knob. So now D and F are being modulated by this one knob. And now we'll create this sort of shape. So for slot 2, we will add a kilohertz filter. We will turn the filter slope up to 6, and then we will take the Q and link the Q to the knob. And we will have this sound. And for slot 3, we will add a parametric EQ. We will cut this slope off, and we will decrease the bandwidth until we've got this sort of shape. And what we will do is take this frequency knob, and we're going to link it to the knob. Except instead of just putting a 1-to-1 input, what we are going to type in is star 0.4 plus 0.1. Push enter and hit accept. So now when we turn this knob, it moves the frequency knob just a little bit instead of the entire amount. For slot 4, we're going to be using one of my favorite plugins, which is Morph EQ by Minimal Audio. This is a really good plugin to have. We will create a notch here and another notch here. We'll move this notch all the way to here, bring the Q down a bit. And then we'll move this one all the way to about here. We will increase the morph. And then what we will do with this morph knob is link it to the knob. So now we have this. And you can mess with the pinch to get a little more to your liking, as well as the shift. So for slot 5, we're going to be adding a driver. We're going to increase the resonance to 0.6. Turn the distortion up to about 6.6. For slot 6, we will add a Szechuan saturator, which is a completely free plugin, by the way. And we will increase the intensity to 0.6. For slot 7, we will add an OTT. For slot 8, we will add a parametric EQ just to cut out the lows. And for slot 9, we will add a fruity limiter just to give it a limit. So the first technique is to create a control surface and link multiple parameters to that one knob to help give you a more distinct sound, to help make it easier to sound design. The second technique that I'm always using is once you've made your first patch and you're happy with the sound that you have, you clone it. Open up the piano roll, replace one of the notes, and then open up the clone one and alter the sound of it. So for the second sound, we would just go to E and bring the level down to 33. And don't forget to go to the cloned patch and relink the levels to the knob. You can change a few of the other parameters. So for this sound, I went and removed the morph EQ when this hit, and we have this. And if you would like to learn how I made the response sound to this call, the video is on the screen now.
You don't want this.